And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Texas Motor Speedway as we get ready here for chase race number 7 of Season 7 of the NNSCRA Oreo Truck Series. We are getting ever so close to the season finale, championship weekend at Zenjoltis. We're going to take it one step further here today with the running of the O'Reilly Parts 250 here at Texas Motor Speedway. 34-lap event on tap, ready to be run here, and it's sure to be a wild one. After the past couple of weeks that we've had road course racing, we've had speedway racing, we've had restrictor plate racing, and it all is coming to a close very, very quickly as we have a lot of drivers still in mathematical contention to battle it out for this season's Truck Series Championship. As we got a couple of non-chasers starting on the pole and the front row. Andreas Allen, our winner from Infineon, been a long time since he's been to victory lane. He'll start on the pole position, look for his second win of the season. Alongside of him, William Duncan, still trying to get his first victory of the season there in the Wood Brothers Ford F-Series. Then we got a couple of chasers making up row number 2. Jake Cole, who comes in 10th in the point stands. Right now, Jake is a total of 49 points out of the top position. Alongside of him will be Kyle Thomas. Now, Kyle Thomas may very well be out of the championship picture already unless he can come away with some really, really good finishes here in the next few weeks, because right now he is 13th out of the 13 chasers, and right now he is a total of 92 points out of the top position. So he's got a really tough task on his hands. He may be already out of championship contention. We can't say never until the season finale, of course, when we actually know who mathematically is still in the running, but at this point, Kyle Thomas could very well be out of the championship picture. As you got a few other chasers peppered here through the front of the field. I see Kyle Matthews. He'll be rolling off from 8th, and Levi McIntyre right behind him is going to start this race in 10th. We'll get to the way that the points look coming into this race here is we're going to get the command to fire the engines. These cars will roll off, complete a pace lap around this 1.5-mile speedway, and we'll show you starting lineup on the top of your screen. Chasers are highlighted in yellow. As the points coming into this race, Dylan Poteet is the points leader. He is coming off his second win of the season last week at Velton's Arena. He has a total of 17 points right now, or I'm sorry, nope, 23 points over Kyle Matthews, who, as we said, is starting up here inside the top 10. Deanna Shelton, who lost the points lead last week, she is third in the points standings now, and right now she is a total of 28 points out. Jacob Lawler is 30 points out in 4th place. Kyle Corbett actually is tied with him for 4th. He's 30 points out as well. Austin LaPlante is a total of 35 points back as he is 6th in the points. Levi McIntyre is a total of 36 points back. And Tanner Sullivan, 8th in points, is 37 points back. So still 37 points separating the top 8 right now. Those drivers right now are the ones to watch as far as being able to mathematically still be in contention to battle for the championship. At the current moment, Zach Campbell, Jake Cole, Gene Samper, Isaac Canepa, and Kyle Thomas, they really need to get good runs here if they're going to get themselves back mathematically into championship contention. As here we go, we're getting ready for the pace car to peel off, or pace truck in this case. And we're ready to go green. The O'Reilly Parts 250 at Texas Motor Speedway. It is green. We're underway here. Not sure what to expect here from these guys. Been a long time since we've been at Texas Motor Speedway, all the way back in Season 6. So we'll see how they do here today, as they are still double wide here. Don't know if they're going to attempt any 3-wide battles, but they very well might. As already, we're still clean and green. Andreas Allen blocking 2 lanes of traffic. William Duncan on the high side, Jake Cole on the inside. But now Jake Cole's forged a hold to the inside here, looking for the lead. Who's going to lead the first lap? Will it be Cole or will it be Allen? It will be Jake Cole in the 55. With a little help there from fellow Toyota Tundras of Matthew Daly and Chris Washer. Right now, Matthew Daly side by side as he'll take the lead. We'll be keeping an eye on the rest of our chasers during the course of this race, as Texas Motor Speedway is a very, very fast speedway. You can see right here, speeds up to 190 almost as they hit the stripe. And Chris Washer will go to the point. Brad Smith pushing him there to the lead. Whoa, getting testy back here between a couple of chasers. Austin LaPlante getting stuck in the middle there, courtesy of fellow chaser Kyle Corbett. And those drivers are up there in striking distance to maybe be the points leader. So this is a pretty interesting battle here, as now Corbett gets moved up there by rookie Luis Hernandez. Where's our points leader coming into this race and last week's winner Dylan Poteet? There he is, just outside the top 20. Crossed the stripe last time by in the 25th position. He's now worked his way up to 19th, and there's skid marks up there in turn number 1. Caution may be out. Oh, look at this up here. Jamie DeFelu rubbing doors with last week's runner-up James McLeod. That's not exactly a wise decision. That's just inside the top 10. Either that or just outside the top 10, one or the other. Oh, Corbett just turned Washer, and they're going to come back on track. They are going to come back on track. This is going to be trouble. Upside down is Prunes Littlejohn. Kyle Thomas is involved. James Silverfox, LaPlante, Matthews, Shelton, Lawler, Jimmy Bly, Haruhi Tashimi, Bob Jones, and they're still wrecking further up. Holster, Andreas Allen, Danny Wells, Joshua Michaels, Dollarton, his teammate Dylan Young. Jackie Tang may have been collected. Who else was in this? There were a number of them. Trent Dunham's gotten a piece of it, Jake Rogers, and Zach Rogers, as well as Haruhi Tashimi, as the leader is going to be Brad Smith under our first caution of the day. And I'm not certain what Corbett was thinking, but he's going to have a lot to answer for after this race, let me tell you. He turned Chris Washer there, and Washer had no control. His car came back right up into traffic. That's one of the troubles of these D-shaped front straightaways, is normally when a car spins the infield, it's very likely they're going to come back up into traffic. And with an incident starting as close up to the front of the field as that was, it was almost inevitable that drivers that were running closer to the rear of the field were going to get collected. As let's see if pit stops will take place here under this caution. Yeah, they will. But oh man, I'm trying to go through here, through the list of the people I named off as far as whether or not they were chasers or not. And I do know I named off quite a few. Matthews, Shelton, and Lawler, who are second, third, and fourth in points. Austin LaPlante, sixth in points, I know I named off, and I believe Kyle Thomas, who we talked about here at the top of the program, basically at this point being mathematically out of contention for the championship. Well, I think that just put a nail in that coffin, as I believe he was collected in this as well. And Matthew Daly is first off of pit road, a rather slow stop there for Brad Smith. Either that or the 23 team went with fuel only, but Matthew Daly is going to be the leader under the yellow as he's first off pit road. Luis Hernandez came out second, Jackson third, Corbett, who started that wreck, is in fourth, and Zach Rogers in fifth position. As we're under the caution for the first time here today, take a look at what put us under the yellow for the first time here at Texas. Well, we had ourselves a couple of things take place here in the first few stages. 4 wide here between Jake Rogers, Trent Dunham, Jimmy Bly, and Deanna Shelton, and right there, Jimmy Bly is going to force the 94 down into the grass area. It's a wonder that Deanna Shelton didn't turn the 3 across her nose, but both of them were able to continue. However, this is not where this incident's going to end. They're going to come up here into the turn 1 area. Shelton merges very cleanly. She did not even get up into anybody. But watch the 3 of Jimmy Bly come back on track. He kind of cut up here into turn 1. And I think the one that's going to pay for it is going to be the 33 of Zach Rogers. Is right there. Jimmy Bly, yeah, he slides right up the track. He collects Trent Dunham right there. Zach Rogers up into Jake Rogers. Why am I saying Zach Rogers? I'm thinking back to last season. Make that Sam McMillan in the 33. I apologize there for that mishap. But McMillan's going to get collected there, and there's Jake Rogers with his damage. So that's actually what happened there. But as you can see, that did not bring out a caution flag, because apparently McMillan was able to drive away. Now let's jump ahead and see what actually did bring out the yellow. And this was again coming out of turn number 4. Watch right here. Let's see if we can find out how the contact initially started. Does Washer get the wall, or... Boy, the 17, either he got tight or he just slid up there into the 87. I don't think Washer did anything wrong. He didn't even hit the wall. And there you can see, comes the 87, and watch this. I mean, it's backwards, it's grass, there's no grip. What are you going to do? There's nothing Washer's able to do at in this point. And he's going to come right up in front of Gene Sanford. Look at the points leader, Dylan Poteet. Man, did he find a line. And there's Tanner Sullivan. He gets involved with DeFelu. There's a car flipping upside down wildly. I think that may have very well been Thomas. It is. Prunes Littlejohn, our winner from Lime Rock. She's upside down. And then everybody at a high speeds of over 180 miles per hour just not able to slow down here. And it's a whole log jam. There you see LaPlante involved. There's where Silver Fox gets a piece of it. There's Shelton involved. I think she may get another piece of it right there. Look at Lawler up there, crunched on the outside wall. That's fourth in points. Trent Dunham, Haruhi Tashimi get some damage out of that. So did Joshua Michaels. Andreas Alame have been collected. There's Bob Jones. If I'm not mistaken, I think all 4 of the Joe Gibbs racing machines were collected in that one. Yes, that was a lot of hard licks being taken there by a number of drivers. Let's take a few onboards. Now, it's been a tough past couple of weeks for Deanna Shelton, that 94 team. Let's take a look and see what she saw. There you see Washer and Corbett in the grass. They're going to come back up the track. Boy, little to no reaction time there. I mean, there's nowhere to go. Oh man, they started getting into it there just afterwards too. Dylan Young, Austin Plant, Kyle Matthews making some contact with each other. There may be some tempers flaring after this one. On board now with 4th in points and 2-time winner this season, Jacob Lawler. Wow. Even after slowing up as much as they did, they just weren't able to slow up enough, and that may have been a result of some of those other drivers there, like maybe Haruhi Tashimi and Deanna Shelton not slowing down and just rear-ending these guys. I don't know. But we just may as well give the Lucky Drivers Award to Dylan Poteet right now, because I don't know how he got through this. Take a look on board with the Great Clip Chevrolet. He couldn't have been in any better spot right there unless he was up inside the top 5 at that moment, because that was amazing. Well, after all that drama there in the first few laps of this race, we do have a number of drivers already back behind the wall, 6 to be exact, and there are a few chasers among them, including Tanner Sullivan in the 18. He, I believe, has gone back behind the wall. He was 8th in points coming into this race. Jacob Lawler, 4th in points. He is taking his car behind the wall. Leia Walker's back there as well. Also, Deanna Shelton. As I said, it's been the 2nd straight week. She's had some hard luck after she was the points leader heading into Lime Rock. And she'll finish the day out in 40th. Prudence Littlejohn, our winner from Lime Rock, 41st here today. And Haruhi Tashimi is going to finish out the evening in the 42nd position. What a tough break there. I mean, man, Texas Motor Speedway, I didn't think a track, oh, it looks like Tanner Sullivan will continue, but I didn't think a track could be sexist, but we got 4 females finishing from 39th down to 42nd. Wow. That is probably one of the first times I've ever seen something like that, and boy, I guess Texas Motor Speedway is not a good place to race if you're a female. I don't know, but whatever the case, Matthew Daly gets ready to get us back underway here. Tanner Sullivan's a lap down. The rest of the top 10 are going to be Luis Hernandez, Charles Jackson, Kyle Corbett, Brad Smith. Then it's McLeod, Burton, Poteet up in 8th, McGalligan in 9th, and William Duncan completing the top 10. So now comes the question. After the hard luck we've just seen here for Jacob Lawler and Deanna Shelton, who are the drivers to benefit? And right now, the ones that come to mind are not only Poteet, but also Kyle Matthews, possibly Kyle Corbett, and Austin LaPlante, depending on how bad the damage was for the 48, as Luis Hernandez takes a peek down to the inside now here. Battle between 2 rookies. Hernandez in the 88, Daly in the 23. There's actually a number of rookies up here right now. Brad Smith up there in the 75, and I also thought I saw Kyle Matthews up here in the top 10. Yes, there he is. 2nd in the point standings, only to Dylan Poteet, who is right now losing ground. So this is a big opportunity here for Matthews to close up the points gap between himself and Dylan Poteet in the 31. Is, whoa, Galligan, Matthew Daly, and Kyle Matthews make it 3 wide off of that corner. All this going on behind the new leader in the 88, Luis Hernandez. Luis has not been to victory lane yet this season. Right now he comes in this race 24th in the point standings. And I'm not sure where he comes in rookie points, but good run right now here for Luis. As Brad Smith starts to close in, here comes Eric Burton. We documented when the chase began how Eric Burton last season, when he was a chaser, all of a sudden seemed to come alive during the second half of the regular season, as well as the chase. And right now, he is up here battling hard for the spot inside the top 10. 21st in points and the former winner this season. Up ahead, take a look here. Sean Galligan and Levi McIntyre. Now, if I remember correctly, I may be incorrect, but it seems like I remember Red Bell and Sean Galligan being drivers for the Penske trucks. I'm wanting to say season 4, it might have been season 5, and if I'm not mistaken, we went to Texas 2 times that season, and one race the 2-1, and the second race the 22-1. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the track that it happened at. And so if that's the case, not surprising to see the 2 Penske Dodges up here today, with Galligan and now Levi McIntyre, a rookie chaser up here, in the 22. So can Penske go back to victory lane here today? I'm pretty certain it was Texas that both these trucks won at that season, because if I remember correctly, I think it was Red Bell won it in front of her home crowd. As Isaac Canepa now underneath of Levi McIntyre. For Canepa, it's basically win or bust right now. He is currently 11th in the point standings, and according to my calculator, he is a total of 83 points up out of the top position from Dylan Poteet. So right now, he's really just got to get up there to the front, try and win this thing, get 5 valuable bonus points, and hope he can continue the consistency next week at Thornton and, of course, at Talladega and Zen Joltis. As Sean Galligan has, for the first time today, gotten out to a bit of a commanding lead. We saw Hernandez get a bit of a gap on the field, too, when he was out in front. And talking about Dylan Poteet, he's not letting go of a spot inside the top 10. He's fighting tooth and nail here now with Jake Cole and Joshua Michaels. Jackie Tang there as well, and Zach Campbell, another chaser just up ahead. And we talk about drivers from Texas winning from their home crowd. Well, I know he got collected in that incident, but Trent Dunham, he's up here. 4 wide, whoa! Oh, Jackie Tang spins right in front of Trent, and Trent saves it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Up into Cody. Oh, he almost had it saying they're wrecking everywhere. Tang is up and into the catch fence. Dollarton's involved. Bob Jones, LaPlante, and they're still piling in. Jimmy Bly and Jake Rogers. Oh, we almost got away with something there. McMillan's collected for the second time today. The lap car of Tanner Sullivan. Dylan Young is involved, and this is a whole melee. I think they're still wrecking. No, maybe not. Oh, man, we almost got away with that one. They were 4 wide coming out of 2. They started to wreck. They almost kept it together, and then they got into each other up in 3. Oh, man. Caution flag waves for the second time here today at Texas. Sean Galligan, the leader, over Canepa, McIntyre, William Duncan, and Zach Campbell. Doesn't look like the leaders are indicating they're coming to pit road under this caution. I don't know if the pits are even open. I think they are, yeah, and the drivers that are leading are not coming down, so why don't we take the opportunity to look back at what happened. We almost had a 4-wide situation, almost got away from it, but not quite. Caution flag comes out. Let's take a look at a replay. Now, here it was. Jackie Tang got a huge run on Joshua Michaels. Luis Hernandez got a huge run to the inside of Matthew Daly, and they're all side by side, which results in a 4-wide situation, and they almost was able to make it work and almost settle it out before they got into 3. But watch here. They're all just going to fight for the same piece of real estate, and right there's the contact that kind of starts it all. Tang kind of forces Michaels up into the wall, then Tang gets the wall, comes down into Trent Dunham. Now, I thought we may have just a solo car spin here with the 98, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. We'll look at Trent Dunham coming up into Cody Lamas and the result of that incident in just a minute, but Jackie Tang's going to come up in front of the field as well, and oh, wait a minute, is it going to be Kyle Matthews? It is! Oh my goodness, second in points was collected in this. He gets hit from Bob Jones. Chris Dollarton flips him over the 1 of Trent Dunham, and how did James McLeod and Andreas Allen get through that one? Man. We saw it. Oh, man, there you see Jake Rogers and Jimmy Bly getting involved. We saw somebody, I think it was Megan Atkins, flip over Dougie Shears back at Pocono in the Snickers Cup Series race. Oh, no, it was Indianapolis. And we just saw Jackie Tang flip over Trent Dunham. Well, what with Jackie Tang coming up into traffic, there's no doubt we would have had a caution flag come out anyway. But this was an incident that kind of branched off of the incident here between Trent Dunham and Jackie Tang. Dunham is going to turn up to avoid the 98. When he does come up, he doesn't quite turn it back to the left quick enough. He gets up there into Cody Lamas. Lamas then gets a shove from Jamie DeFelu, and there they go up into the fence. Dylan Young has nowhere to go. LaPlante has nowhere to go. Just drivers trying to find their way through. I think Sam McMillan's going to hit the 39 right there. And there you see the 98 on his roof gets flipped up over Trent Dunham's General Electric Target Chevy. by Chris Dollerton, and man, oh man. And then watch right there up ahead, Tanner Sullivan. He runs into the back of Sam McMillan. And then watch on the bottom left of your screen, there's Jimmy Blythe, there's Jake Rogers. They get collected in it as well. Boy, it's a tough break there, and a number of chasers involved in this one as well. Second in points, Kyle Matthews. Sixth in points, Austin LaPlante. And eighth in points, Tanner Sullivan. Let's take a few onboards of this wreck. Well, last season at this time, Trent Dunham was battling for and won the Truck Series Championship. This season, take a look. There's Jackie Tang coming into your living room. And that's just about been the story of Trent's season so far. One win this season back at Spartan, but since then, things have just not been working out for the defending champ. Well, last caution, it was Dylan Pote who got lucky drivers. This caution is his teammate, James McLeod. Watch him work his way through this. Wow. Man, oh man, talk about getting up on the wheel, and James McLeod survives when he very well could have been collected in that whole incident. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. The leaders did not come down to pit. I don't know if they're able to make it the rest of their way or not, but we will find out very shortly, because when we go back to green flag racing, we're going to have a total of 13 laps to go here today at Texas Motor Speedway. Got to give a bit of a thumbs up as well to Chris Washer and Andreas Allen. They, as well as James McLeod, were able to get through that incident. So nice piece of driving by a lot of drivers to get through that big melee, starting out of turn number 2 and ending in turn number 3. Drivers out as a result of that are the following: Dylan Young, his teammate Chris Dollerton, Kyle Matthews, second in points, is out now, Cody Lamas, Jackie Tang, Trent Dunham, Sam McMillan, Bob Jones, Jimmy Blythe, Jake Rogers, and Tanner Sullivan out of the race. So we have a total of 4 chasers out of today's event now, and a number of them came up running well in points. As a matter of fact, 2nd through 4th in points are out of the race now, and that's big news for Dylan Pote, who is still running up on the racetrack and in the top 10. It's going to be Sean Galligan, Isaac Canepa, Levi McIntyre, William Duncan, Zach Campbell, the top 5 when we go back to green. Jake Cole, points leader Dylan Pote, Matthew Daly, Luis Hernandez, and Brad Smith complete the top 10. Then it'll be Joshua Michaels, Charles Jackson, Eric Burton, Alex DeMarco, Kyle Corbett. Then it's Wells, DeFelu, Silver Fox, Allen, and Chris Washer. That is the top 20 as we are back to green flag racing here at Texas. And Levi McIntyre coming to the inside there of Isaac Canepa. I'm not certain, but it might come down between these two Penske Dodges, because they've got great numbers here in the Truck Series at Texas Motor Speedway. And you gotta wonder which one of them wants it more. They've both been to victory lane this season. Sean Galligan won at Derrick Motordome, and Levi McIntyre won at Thornton, which we're heading to next week. And right now, looks like McIntyre has no choice, because William Duncan, Zach Campbell go to work underneath him for 2nd and 3rd place. And there's Dylan Pote. What if Pote could pick up his 3rd win of the season here? Talk about coming through at the right time. Dylan Pote, if he could win back-to-back races, this would be a big exclamation point for him, especially with the fact that drivers that were trying to run him down for the points lead here today, Matthews, Lawler, and Shelton, are out of the race. And here comes Pote, looking underneath Zach Campbell. That's for 2nd place. Isaac Canepa right behind him there, as they're starting to slowly but surely close up the gap between themselves and the leader, Sean Galligan. But right now, Galligan got himself about maybe, I'd say, 8 car lengths in hand over now a 2nd place battle between Canepa and Dylan Pote. 10 to go when we hit the stripe. We've worked 2 caution flags, both of them rather big incidents. The first one starting out of turn 4 and ending in turn 1. The second one starting out of turn 2 and ending in turn 3. As Isaac Canepa has now moved into 2nd place. Canepa looking for his 2nd win of the season. Galligan looking for his 2nd win of the season. Matthew Daly, he's looking for his 2nd win of the season. Poteet's looking for his 3rd. There's a lot of former winners up here. Right now, though, the highest running chaser at the current moment is rookie Isaac Canepa. Currently in the 2nd place. Wow, they were getting wild back here. 3 wide, 4 wide here with Joshua Michaels, Pote, Campbell, DeMarco. Take it easy, guys. We've already seen what happens when they go 4 wide, and it ain't pretty. Hopefully these guys have learned from that and aren't going to attempt it again, but hey, it's nearing the end of the season. These drivers may be willing to do whatever it takes to get themselves back to victory lane, either again or for the first time this season. It's been a bit of day of a controversy for the driver of the 17, Kyle Corbett. Ended up turning Chris Washer to put us under the first caution. And he's still been able to continue on, though, currently in the 12th position. Right now, with the run Corbett's having and how close the points were between himself and the drivers ahead of him, Corbett could move his way up to second in the standings with a good finish here today, if he's able to stay where he is. Right now, we've got a potential battle for the lead and maybe the win on our hands. Isaac Canepa is slowly reeling in that Miller Lite Dodge of Sean Galligan, and in turn, they're slowly being reeled in by 3rd place Brad Smith and 4th place Joshua Michaels. Right now, though, when we hit the stripe, there's going to be a total of 6 laps to go, as Canepa now is right there within striking distance, and look who's coming. Here comes the 75, the 43, and the 22. We're about to maybe have a 5-car pack, 5-truck pack that is, for this win, if they can catch up in time. They got to get up there pretty quickly here. Brad Smith's about maybe 6 car lengths off the back bumper of the Mobil 1 Chevy Silverado, who is about 2 car lengths off the back bumper of the Miller Lite Dodge of Galligan. 5 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Good job, me. At Texas Motor Speedway. Right now, the top 5 appear to be the ones that may be in the hunt to battle for this win. Galligan, Canepa, Brad Smith, Levi McIntyre, who is now taken 4th away from 5th place now, Joshua Michaels. Out of everybody in the top 5, only 1 driver's not been to victory lane yet, and that's rookie Brad Smith. 4 to go here at Texas. Canepa has been right there, but he hasn't been able to seem to close the gap up any further than 2 car lengths between himself and Galligan, and that's been trouble for him because now here comes Brad Smith and Levi McIntyre. McIntyre's coming. Man, he's got himself a good long-run truck apparently, because he has been ticking away positions. Got one away from Joshua Michaels, now working all over Brad Smith. That's for 3rd. And Canepa, boy, Canepa's got to get something going here. Does he not have enough to get up here in battle? Oh, wait a minute, this may help him. Lap traffic ahead. Zach Rogers and Kyle Thomas holds up Sean Galligan. Oh, this may be trouble. Here we go. Galligan, Canepa, gonna try and work their way through this. Here comes Brad Smith, right up in the pack now. Levi McIntyre's now up there. Here comes Michaels, here goes Poteet. It's 6 cars up here in the hunt now. 2 to go at the stripe, and that may have been the big break Canepa needed. Now right on the back bumper of Sean Galligan. Right behind him, Brad Smith. Right behind him, Levi McIntyre. Then a gap back to Joshua Michaels and Dylan Poteet. Can Canepa find something? He's looking low. Can he get to the inside? He may try a move here in 3 as he is within striking distance. This is his moment right here. He's got to do it. Almost, but he's not quite there. He's still right there, about a half groove beneath the 2. Going through 3 and 4. White flag in the air. The veteran Galligan. The rookie Canepa. Who's going to get the checkers? Don't count out Levi McIntyre. He's been getting some great runs in the past few laps. Can he get up here in battle? Here comes Canepa, taking a peek to the inside. Oh, he's there. Keep her low, Canepa. Keep her under there. Oh, he's trying to move Galligan up, but Galligan's trying to block as much as he can. Here they come out of 4. Can Canepa try it one more time? Out of turn 4 for the final time. Canepa cannot make a move. That was his only try, as Sean Galligan hangs on to win the O'Reilly Parts 250 at Texas Motor Speedway. Wow, Canepa gave it all he was worth. He used that truck up and just wasn't able to be able to do anything heading through 3 and 4. Cautions out, doesn't matter. This race is complete. And Sean Galligan, talk about defensive driving here at Texas Motor Speedway. What a victory. I believe this is his 2nd Truck Series win at Texas Motor Speedway, and this is his 10th overall Truck Series win, tying him with Dylan Poteet atop the all-time win list, as James Silverfox, he may have actually been out of fuel. It may have actually been close one on fuel and we didn't even realize it. But what a race. Galligan goes to victory lane for the 2nd time this season in the Truck Series. As I said, 10th time overall. We now have co-leaders for all-time wins in the Truck Series between Sean Galligan and Dylan Poteet. And what a day there for Penske. Levi McIntyre will finish out the day in the 3rd position. I'll tell you, Penske's the team to beat when they come here in the Truck Series to Texas Motor Speedway. And how about Dylan Poteet? He finished the day out in a top 5 in 5th place. Making a case for himself here is Dylan Poteet to try and win this championship. And I gotta think, Poteet's got a lot on his mind heading into the next few weeks, especially with the fact that he's the defending winner of the Talladega race we're heading to. And also the fact that Dylan Poteet, one of his drivers, Ryan Cooper, is a former Truck Series champion. But this race is over. Let's take a look and see what our official results look like. Galligan with the win. How about Isaac Canepa? I mean, that guy really gave Sean Galligan all he could take. And Galligan was able to turn him back, though. But great run for Canepa. Highest finishing chaser today in 2nd. 3rd place will be Levi McIntyre. Great run for him, as this could put him maybe back up in contention for the championship, perhaps. Brad Smith, strong car all day. He'll finish the day out in 4th. And Dylan Poteet comes away with 5th place. Joshua Michaels, highest running of the non-chasers in points. 2-time winner of the season. He'll get 6th. 7th for Jake Cole. Nice run for him. Zach Campbell in 8th. 9th place for William Duncan, and Eric Burton will complete the top 10. So we had a total of 5 chasers finish inside the top 10 here today. Looking further down, let's see where the rest of our chasers finished. Austin LaPlante, nice battle back there for the 48. He got involved in both our cautions. 13th place run for him. Kyle Thomas finished a lap down in 17th. If I'm not mistaken, they're telling me some of these drivers could not make it on fuel and had to pit there in the final few laps. And that's maybe why we had Kyle Thomas and Zach Rogers up ahead of the leaders when we did. Kyle Corbett, he'll finish out the day in 20th. Gene Sanford was 23rd. Looking further down here, Kyle Matthews out of the race in 29th place, and all the rest of these drivers finished out of the race as far as the chasers are concerned, including Tanner Sullivan in 37th, Jacob Lawler in 38th, and Deanna Shelton in 40th position. So the points are certainly going to break wide open, no doubt about that. 2nd through 4th in the points, having trouble here today. 5th through 7th in points actually had pretty good runs today, and Dylan Poteet, of course, with a top 5 finish, is going to open his points lead even more heading into next week. But next week, folks, Dylan Poteet will have to try and survive the turn of death in Thornton Speedway. So it's going to be really crazy next week. But we still got to finish up our weekend here at Texas Motor Speedway. If you guys enjoyed this race, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. Here comes your official full finishing results, overall points, standings, rookie points, and chase points heading into next week's race at Thornton. Congratulations to Sean Galligan on his 2nd win of the season and his 10th overall win in the NNSCRA Oreo Truck Series. And we will see you guys next time as you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.